Hi guys, it's Wednesday. Grab your craft, sit down with your coffee and we'll crack on. Before I do that though, I said I'd show you how it looks. Wait, now that I've changed this side too. Doesn't that look much better? I've still got to take out the colours that are in between the letters and change it to this background colour. But other than that, it's looking fabulous. So, let me just put that to one side. I've already had Ellie asking me, what was the diamond painting that came the other day, Mum? Nothing. And then she gives up. She doesn't ask again, fortunately. I forgot to pour my drills before I switched the camera on, because I'm smart like that. Not. It's a real mixed bag of weather here last few days. I have actually got my jacket on at the minute and I'm indoors, because have you ever had one of them days where it doesn't matter what you do, you just can't seem to warm up? And it's like it's internal. You're just cold on the inside. Yeah, well, that's me today. And I haven't touched this since last Wednesday. Well, you've seen how much I've done on my mum's DP, so that's obvious what I've been doing there instead. So. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. How's your guys' week so far been? Not had a bad one. I've been catching up on YouTube that I'm behind on. Problem is my other half puts Netflix on, and then he's got this really, I say it's a bad habit, but it's I need some wax. It's only bad in the sense that it stops me doing catch up on my YouTube videos. He finds good series or good films and then he'll put them on, not to stop me going on YouTube, but because he thinks it looks good, and then I get into it. It's terrible. I love Netflix. I think it's the best thing we ever did. Chambers, that was the one I was watching, wasn't it? Finished watching that. That was amazing. Really bizarre series that was. No, move over. Oh, I didn't mean to flick you off. What else have I been watching? I had just a little bit of a fill-in. My appointment with the specialist for my shoulder on Friday, last Friday. I got to my appointment like half an hour early. Said to the lady on the desk, I'm ever so sorry, I know I'm early, don't worry about it, just leave me in a call until you're ready to call me. I'm not, I don't expect to be seen early just because I'm here early. I just like to make sure I get there in plenty of time. My appointment was at 2:20. At 10 to 2, she calls me. I'd literally only been sat down a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Get off. And the specialist comes in, gets me doing a few little things, like, right, straighten your arms out, I'll put my hand on top of your wrist, stop you pushing down. Then he put it under my wrist, stopped me pushing up. Right, stretch your arms as high as you can go. Stretch your arm across your body. He could see I was in pain. But, you know, like he said, it's got to be done. I need to know sort of I need to see for myself sort of thing what's going on with you. Anyway, he said, I agree with what your physiotherapist said and the other lady I saw. He said, I think the only way to go for you is surgery, because we can't just keep giving you these pain-killing injections because they're not lasting you long enough. So it would be kind of pointless and not cost-effective to keep dishing them out every week. So he explained that basically inside my shoulder it's all degenerated and the bones are actually rubbing against each other now, which is what's causing the cracking, the clunking and all the noises and what have you. So he said what I'm proposing to do can't be done by keyhole. They're going to have to open up the shoulder, pull the bones apart. This is exactly how he said it to me. Open up the shoulder, pull the bones apart and fit a spacer, which should stop all the grinding and so forth. And he asked me what I thought about that. Really? I said, well, it's got to be better than what I'm living with now, hasn't it? So he's took me through the risks. There will be 3 months worth of pain and healing, and I'll have to do a lot of physio to get it back, but whatever it takes, if it stops the pain and makes me sleep at night, we'll go for it. So that's been agreed. I think I sat in that little room with him for about 5 minutes, if that, and he's like, right, the next time I see you, we'll be in surgery. I've just got to wait for an appointment to come through the post. And away we go. Fortunately for me, and for you guys, it's my left shoulder. So my right arm isn't going to be out of action, which is the arm I write with and I diamond paint with. So, videos will still go up. Told me other half when I got home what the consultant said, the specialist, whatever he's called. And my other half said to me, are you not nervous or, you know, nervous about what? Well, he says, like, general anaesthetic, does it not bother you? No. Bearing in mind, he's never been for surgery in his life. He's never been knocked out by general anaesthetic at all. Whereas me, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4 times to my knowledge. Oh, I'm carrying on up, I'm not meant to. It's meant to be under there. Yeah, 4 times to my knowledge I've been knocked out in my life. First time I was, no, it's either 11 or 12. I know because I was on the children's ward. I had to have my tonsils and adenoids out because my tonsils were causing too many problems, breathing and what have you. So that was the first time. Now, to an 11 and 12-year-old, that's going to be scary anyway. So then the next time, now, this is where I get confused, because these 2 surgeries were, I think, within a year. So I can't remember which way round it was. I think it was the appendix first, when I was 18. I think just as I turned 18 or just before, I had to go and have my appendix out. which I was lucky with, to be fair. I lived on my own then, in a flat. My sister still lived with my mum and dad, and I invited her up for the weekend, so she came up and stayed with me. We'd planned a girly day, dyeing our hair, and then on the night time we were going to go out and have a few drinks. Yeah, and whatever. And come the afternoon, I'd started to feel a little unwell. Stomach ache, just general feeling bleh. You know how it is. But I carried on. And then as as the afternoon wore into the early evening, the stomach ache was quite localised to the right hand side of my lower abdomen. And I said to my sister, you know, you go out, I'm going to just crash, I'm going to go to bed, see if I can sleep this thing off. Unbeknownst to me, as she left and I climbed into bed, she contacted my parents. I think she was a little bit worried, to be fair, because the next thing I knew, it was about 3 hours later, I awoke to the door buzzer. Because I lived in a block of flats, you have to answer the buzzer. And it was my mum and dad. They'd come to check on me. And to be fair, thank God they had, because when I woke up, the pain had intensified tenfold. It was awful. So mum and dad had rung an emergency doctor, took me down there. He said, I think it's appendicitis, you need to go straight to the hospital. Went to hospital, the doctor there said yes, he thought that's what it was as well. They gave me, I think, painkillers and whatever, and said first thing in the morning you're in surgery. And they whipped out my appendix. And when I came round and they spoke to me on the ward, apparently I was really lucky. If it had been left any longer, my appendix may have burst, because it was twisted or strangulated, whatever the term was he used at the time. So yeah, that was my second surgery. My third was my eardrum. As a kid, I always suffered with bad ears. Ear infection after ear infection, you know. Just get over one, you get another. And as it turned out, I had a hole in my eardrum that just never repaired. And every time it got infected, it got bigger. So they said when I stopped growing, which would be about 17, 18, they reckoned, I'd have to go in for surgery to have my eardrum repaired, which involved shaving the hair just above my ear, taking a piece of, I don't know if it was skin or muscle underneath or what, underneath the skin behind my ear, taking it and placing it inside my ear to create me a new eardrum. And do you know what? I've had nothing but trouble with that ear since. It's really weird. I have a hole in the other eardrum as well, but touch wood, it's not given me any problems. And they said until it does, they won't do nothing about it, which is good, because when you wake up from an operation where they've just repaired your eardrum, I honestly, it feels like somebody has just whacked you around the side of the head with a brick. It's not the nicest. But yeah, that was my third surgery. Then my fourth was for an ovarian cyst that refused to go. And I was, yeah, them two surgeries, I was about 18, 17, 18. And then the cyst, 23, Reese was 5, just turned. So I was 28. Yep. So when he asks me, am I nervous? Nope. Been knocked out 4 times already. What's one more? Although I've heard it's meant to destroy a couple of brain cells every time you get put under. That may explain the blonde moments. But who knows, eh? Either I've got wonky hands or wonky eyes today. Oops. Yeah. I don't know how long I've got to wait now for that letter to come through. Not long, I hope. I'm tired of the dead arm. But I tell you, I was in pain after I came home from his surgery that day. I said to him, when he made me put my arms right above my head, I said to him, this is going to hurt. So what happens is it crunches, grinds, clicks, you name it, and then the pain kicks in. And I feel like I've got a dead arm. Oh, excuse me. I get pain in my shoulder and I feel like I've got a dead arm. So I can't wait really for him to sort it out. What? Get in. Hey. What else have I got going on? So tired, I can't think straight. It's another reason I can't wait for him to do my shoulder. Lying on it causes pain. I can lie on it for so long, then it wakes me. I have to roll over. If I lie on my back hurts from the arthritis. So I can't lie on my back too long either, that wakes me again. And then the pain is also in my right shoulder, but not as bad. So I can lie on that for a little bit longer, but it still wakes me. And I haven't been able to sleep on my stomach since before I got pregnant with my first one. It's funny really, as a kid I always lay on my stomach, that was the only way I could get to sleep. Now I can't lie on my stomach at all. My physio said that was a bit odd. I've always been odd. Just ask anyone who knows me, I'm odd. When it comes to food, I'm odd. Only yesterday I was talking to someone about cauliflower cheese. Well, they were talking to me. She brought it up. And I went, that's disgusting. I said, I like cauliflower, but I don't like cheese. And then she said something about one of her kids. And I started laughing. It's just so funny. I said, because I don't like cheese at all, in any way, shape or form. I said, but when my other half says, I want, oh, I just fancy some cheese on toast, I'll offer to cook it for him. Because I like the smell. I like the smell of cheese on toast, but I don't like cheese on toast. And then my kids, they get it from me, bless them. They like, no, hang on, Tyler, not my kids, Tyler specifically. He likes pizza, but he doesn't like cheese. Figure that one. There's cheese on it, Tyler, both at the bottom on top of the sauce and on top of whatever topping you've had put on it. There's 2 lots of cheese on a pizza. Yes, but I don't like cheese. But you eat pizza. At least my finicky's not, you know, just plain strange. And then you've got Ellie and Riley, who they like pizza, they like cheese on toast, really, really like cheese on toast. But they don't like cheese as in they couldn't have a cheese sandwich, they wouldn't eat it. I know, right? They so take after me. So take after me. My other half says it all the time. See where they get it from. Yeah, okay. It's funny, but my parents said I was brought up on meat. I used to eat all of it. Everything they put in front of me, I used to eat it until I hit, I think, 7. And then just out of the blue, stopped eating it. Didn't like it. You know, my dad was quite a strict one, and he'd try and enforce, you know, if you don't eat it, you'll be having it for breakfast tomorrow, or... And to be fair, I think that probably made it worse. Because he'd say, right, well, you'll sit at that table now until you've had it all. And it'd be a battle of wills between me and my dad. I'd just sit there. My dad would just sit in the front. It was like a standoff. Okay, who's going to win? It was always me, because it'd be nearly bedtime by the time, you know. And I knew he wouldn't let me sit down there after bedtime, so I knew I'd win. And I never had it for breakfast the next day, so... I don't know what changed, to be fair. Just the mere thought of putting this animal in my mouth was just sickening to me. I don't know. I was always the odd one. Middle child. I think that's probably got something to do with it. These are just snapping into place, aren't they? Gotta go and book an appointment at the opticians. I'm due that. I actually got a letter about 4 weeks ago, but you know when you don't really want to go. Not that there's anything, you know, particularly wrong. There are issues, but Tyler, who wants me to book him a doctor's appointment because he's got 6, I think there's 6 moles on the right side of his neck. I was lucky, I only ever got 1. But he doesn't like them that much that he wants them removed. So he wants me to book him in for that. What else was it? I'm sure there was something else he wanted me to do. Probably get his hair cut. His hair grows like wildfire, man. I only cut it, what? Well, I didn't cut it personally, but you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, actually it's been a while. I did it, I got it done, I think literally right before he started school. And that's been about 6-7 weeks now, so actually that's about right. But anyway, his hair does grow extremely fast. He's so lucky. When we both did the Brave the Shave, 2016 I think that was, because I'd said I wanted to do it, and then out of the blue he just piped up, "Mum, can I do it with you?" Okay. That was, you know, something I never expected from him. So I had a talk with him, you know, "Are you sure? You do realise, you know, your whole head's going to be shaved off?" He was like, "Yes, I know. You know, I'm up for it if you are." Okay. Well, I have to get in touch with your school because they have a rule about no shaved heads. So I contacted the school and said, you know, "Do you mind? He wants to do it for charity with me, but you have a policy against shaved heads." And they were like, no, that's fine, as long as Tyler's aware that, you know, other kids can make comments and be cruel. And I'd already prepped Tyler on that one anyway, because him being ginger, I've prepped him since he was little. And I just said, you know, if anyone ever ribs you about your hair, just say, you know, yeah, that was an amazing thing I did for charity, wasn't it? What have you done? If they really want to be, you know, bitchy, which kids can be. And he was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. So when we did the Brave the Shave, I shaved his head, he shaved mine. It was only fair being as I shaved his. That was his way of putting it anyway. But he cried. He looked in the mirror because he wanted to look, and he didn't do it in front of me because obviously we were doing it in the kitchen where I could just easily sweep the floor and what have you. But he grabbed the mirror, he looked in the mirror. He put the mirror down. Now, Tyler, I don't know if anyone else's kid is the same, but Tyler's always been my sensitive one. Now, if he gets upset, or let's say someone's telling him off, a teacher maybe, he's done something he shouldn't have been doing, and a teacher tells him off. Tyler's response to that is to grin. Now, when he was an infant once, I had to tell the teacher, he's not grinning, he's not laughing at you, because she stopped, because she'd pulled me in over an incident with another child. Tyler was grinning, and she went to have a go at him and say, it's not even funny. And I had to sort of, whoa, stop there. He's not grinning at you because he finds it funny, love. You need to learn my son and the way he is. He's grinning because he's trying not to cry. Now, this was the deputy head teacher at the time, and he was 5, I think. 6. Somewhere around there anyway. He was in primary. And I'm just, whoa, back up. He's sensitive. You're telling him off, and that's the only thing he knows to stop himself crying. He grins at you. Anyway, when I shaved his head, he did exactly that. He looked in the mirror. He did his little grin, but as his mom, I knew that wasn't a happy grin. He put the mirror down and he went off in the front room. And I just walks in the front, just looks around the door, and he's sitting on the settee. He looks at me, he grins. Tyler, it's okay. I know it's a shock. I know it's a shock. And to help him sort of get over that, come on, you got to do mine now. And he was, are you sure you want it done? I've agreed, you've done yours, I've got to do mine. So he did, and bless him, he braved it. Going back to school, and he'd never do it again. And I'd never let him, to be fair. He was it was awful to watch him, because he just wanted to cry. It was just a shock not how bad he looked, because he didn't look bad, but God, it made me look older. I look back now at the pictures that I still got. It just makes me look so much older. Well, I think so anyway. But yeah, since then, I mean, his hair, I think, had grown back within 4 weeks. And it was just, mine took forever. And I mean forever. I mean, the length of hair I've got now, I've only had it trimmed, I think, twice since 2016. So in nearly 3 years, it'll be 3 years this September. You know, just to get it back down to my shoulders. I'm going to take my jacket off now. I've gone way too warm. Hold on a minute, guys. My shoulders. Better. It's just suddenly gone really warm. That might explain it. I think the other half's put the heating on. We get days where it's so blinking warm you need a fan, and then the next day it's like the weather's suddenly taken a turn, and it's drizzly. Oh, excuse me, it's drizzly, clouds are grey. Then the sun will pop out for 10 minutes, then it goes back in again, then it rains again. Yeah, it's all good fun here. Good old British weather. It's funny though, when they get it wrong, boy do they get it wrong. My Sky package turned off this week. I never blinking watch it, so what's the point in paying 40 odd quid a month for a service I don't use when I spend most of my time, our time, on Netflix? There's just no point. I could save myself that 40 quid. So yeah, I've got no Sky TV now. The only thing I'll miss, which I'm hoping to find a way of watching it, is a programme called Holby City. For those of you who don't live in the UK, it's a hospital drama, and it's all based around Holby City Hospital. It's not a real, just drop that. It's not a real programme, it's just a TV series. It's about the only thing that I've ever consistently watched. It's only on once a week, so it's all good. I'll find a way of catching up on it somehow. Crikey, I think I'm having a hot flush now. received this morning as well, I was missing a bag of 3721 from my mum's. Yeah, it was from my mum's diamond painting in honour of my mum. I contacted them before I hit that confirm order received button and said, look, I'm missing one bag of 3721. So they shipped it. Oh, where'd that go? And I got it this morning. It wasn't in a massive envelope, but you know when you look at the bag of drills and then you look at the envelope and think, why? Yep. It's a bit like that. All that packaging for that tiny bag of drills. Really? Oh dear. I keep getting my Heaven and Earth Designs picture out, keep looking at it. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. And I'm just itching to start it. But I've got to get all the drills first and the canvas, the blank canvas. But I keep pulling it out of its folder, having a look. I don't think it'll be the last one I do from them if this one goes well. I've never done one like that. All my canvases have been pre-printed like this one. So to work on a blank background canvas and place my drills from a piece of paper chart, it's going to be a little weird, but if I enjoy it, it won't be the last. Took me ages to find that picture as well. I spent, what, 2 hours every evening, I do believe, trawling through the Heaven and Earth Design website. Oh, nuts. And when I was in the library printing the chart off, the lady behind the desk, because when you go on their computers, because I don't have a printer at home, I have a computer but I don't have a printer. I'd have no ink left, the kids would just be printing everything left, right and centre, so yeah, it's on purpose that I don't have a printer. Anyway, when you go into the library, really, when you go into the library and you ask to use their computers, you go on the computer, you click print, then you have to go to the desk, she'll ask you what computer you were on, she'll put the number in of the computer, and then whatever it is that you've asked to be printed comes up on her computer, she has to authorise it. Anyway, she says I just need to go through them because sometimes it throws up a blank page and it will have charged you for it. So she's going through, she went, you're a cross stitcher, I see. I certainly am. But it's for diamond painting this time. Anyway, I wasn't going to get into the whole, you know, telling her it was for a diamond painting, because then she would have said, what's that? And I just wanted to get my chart printed, to be fair. So, yeah, she said, you're a cross stitcher, I see. I sure am. And she took one look at how many pages I'd actually sent to the printer, which was 23. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those are just your colour charts. One's your colour chart and which is your symbols as well. No, hang on. There's 3 pages of your colour chart with your symbols, then there's 3 pages of your DMC number and how many you need, and then there's the front cover. So 7 of those weren't even the chart, which left the other, whatever, however many, I can't even work it out. 17 pages, something like that, of chart. And she went, oh my gosh, that's a big chart. I bet there's going to be a lot of half stitches and back stitching there. And I went, have you never done a Heaven and Earth Design? She said, no. Why do you ask? I said, because that's what I like about Heaven and Earth Design. They only use whole stitches. There's no back stitch, there's no half stitches, there's no quarter stitches or anything like that. Or, you know, yeah, whatever. I said it's just purely whole stitches, but it's like, because it's on small Ada, 18 count, or even weave. Some people choose even weave. The detail is quite, because you're working such a massive chart on a small space, it's really detailed and it's amazing. And then you have the amount of colours on top, which gives you the definition. I think she was going to go and look it up when she got home. I might at some point actually try stitching this one too, the one I've ordered. For those of you who haven't seen my last video, I'll show you anyway. Don't do that. Anyway, anyone who didn't see my last video, that's what I've ordered, that's what I was printing off. That's my Heaven and Earth design by Melissa Dawn. Amazing. And I'm just itching. I've got 86 colours to buy. I've brought 4. If I don't do it all at once, then I won't notice the cost so much, is my thinking anyway. Because I put all the colours, I think it was one of each colour, even though I needed multiples of some. I tried just putting one of each in my basket at first, and I think it came out to £65 for one of each colour. So yeah, we'll buy them slowly. I should probably just buy little paintings in between while I get everything together for that. And yeah, I'm deciding whether I might stitch it too, because you can't fault a Heaven and Earth design once it's stitched. It's beautiful. Pick up the drill. Okay, now I'm just throwing drills everywhere. I don't know where that went. It's black too, so I've just found a round one on the floor. I don't know if you guys are the same, right? But you know when you drop drills on the floor? Now I've got a Dyson Hoover. Yeah. My drills stay on the floor. It's like the Hoover just can't pick them up. My bell is making noises too. Oh, and I was watching one of the people I subscribe to, Diamond Painting with Lisa B. She put up a video the other day of her 2 dogs, who are gorgeous, by the way, Lisa. And then she cut off and she went into the house and she showed us why her dog was just a little bit upset being outside. Oh, she's got these 2-day-old little puppies. Oh, my heart melted. Not that I have a heart of ice, but you know what I'm saying. They are gorgeous. You know, when you just want to go in there and pick them up and give them a big squidge. I even showed the other half, he just looked at me. You're lucky she lives in America. That's all I could say. They were beautiful. You guys should go and check it out. They are so, so sweet. I will link her channel in my description box. And then if you just you need to go over and see these puppies, man. Luna, that's my foot thing. Yeah, like I care, she's saying. What you doing, Luna? What? I've got to book her in for her injection, and I'm not looking forward to it. She doesn't like being held, so taking her to the vets for her jab is going to be fun. Not, and it's my turn to take her. Which means she won't talk to me for the rest of the day, possibly the next day. Give her 2 days, she's over it, but you know, that's 2 days worth of her not even looking at me. Takes her ages to forget. She'll go and hibernate under my bed probably. Behave. And this week I fully intend to finish this section off camera. Not say that I'm going to finish it off camera and then just leave it. It's sort of my mum's diamond painting has taken over. I want it done. I shouldn't rush it. But I said I wasn't going to, didn't I? I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to enjoy the process, take my time. But now it's like I've gone just over halfway, and I don't know, it's like I've got ants in my pants or something. I've got to finish it, I've got to finish it, I've got to finish it. I know she would have loved it. Pick it up. So grey in here. I feel like I can't see properly. Nope. Turn. And oh my god, Kelly texted me. No. Was it a picture? Jeez, put my teeth back in. Was it a picture or did she video call me? She showed me what she'd done so far. She is whizzing through her monkey picture. I can't show you because the picture's on my phone and that's what I'm using for you guys. This little monkey riding a red bike. Motorcycle, I think it is. And it was what Jacob picked out. She's whizzing through it, even though she's got the popping drill issue and the different size drills. She hasn't been very lucky with hers, unfortunately, like some people have. So I've heard some people say they've not had an issue, so I think it's just look at the drawer when you order from Hurricane. But yeah. But she doesn't want to rush through it because I don't think she's got any more to do when she's done that. She needs to order some. And then she said, Jake came down, looked a little interested in the painting, so she said, do you want to have a go? He said yes. He did a few drills and went, okay, I'm bored now, I'm going. And off he went. It's not Jake's kind of thing. Kelly's not very well at the minute. She's had a poorly throat, I think. She was going to the doctor's. Oh yeah, I never asked her how she got on at the doctor's. Yeah, she video called me the other day and she was chatting away to me. She said, I need to ask you something. I think it was about the diamond painting. And when she was talking, I went, you sound poorly. She went, I am, but she got this squeaky little voice, which wasn't Kelly at all. It was kind of high pitched. It was weird. And I said, you know, you got laryngitis or, you know, something like that. And I just couldn't stop laughing because it's just, she sounded so different. And in no uncertain terms, she told me to get lost. She was only joking, don't worry. I'm sorry, Kelly, but I gotta tell him. It's just popped into my head. A few weeks ago, it's probably a couple of months actually, a few months, she was talking to me about her daughter and she was just like, oh my God, my daughter. And I was just, why, what's up? She went, you know when you wash your face in the morning and when you're drying it on the towel, you don't really kind of breathe in? Like you're sniffing the towel or something? I went, well, yeah, because I normally hold my breath until my face is dry, which is, now that I think about it, it's weird. But I just never noticed before until Kelly mentioned it, if that makes sense. So it was like, well, yeah, I don't really breathe when I'm drying my face. She said, well, I didn't mean to, she said, that one particular morning. She said, but I did. I breathed in from my nose when I was drying my face. And she went, oh my God, my towel smelt of urine. Anyway, she shouted Faith. And Faith said, well, Kelly said it never occurred to her that the towel was on the floor. She just thought either the kids had been lazy and left it there, or they'd knocked it off the towel rail. So she'd just pick it up and put it back on the handrail. Anyway, she was talking to Faith and Faith went, well, and we all know what boys are like for not getting it in the toilet, right? Yeah, I got 3 boys. Anyway, Faith said to her mom, well, if Jake didn't keep missing the toilet, I wouldn't keep putting the towel on the floor so that I can get to the toilet without treading in his urine. And Kelly went, you put the towel on the floor? And Faith went, yeah, because I'm not going to tread in his urine, am I? The towel soaks it up. Kelly was like, and you didn't think to say anything? Because I keep picking that towel up. Obviously it gets changed, you know, on a regular basis. Not that it's the same towel for weeks or anything like that, because Kelly's a clean freak. Sorry, Kelly. Anyway, but every time the towels changed, it just kept on, and Faith would just keep putting it on the floor. And Kelly keeps picking it up and putting it back on the handrail. And Kelly's like, and you didn't say anything? Faith was like, well, I just, you know, I thought you'd know because it was on the floor. No. So poor Kelly, she's been rubbing this dirty urine towel on her face. Even when she's replaced it, Faith's still done it with the clean one. And Kelly's been washing her face and drying it on this towel. Oh, poor Kelly. Oh, if that was my kids, I'd have gone mad at them. Mind you, my kids have their own issues. I've got Riley who likes to use wipes on his hands every time he's touched something, or... Yeah. I tell him when he's been to the toilet, right, wash your hands. Only for, like when he's been for a wee. He'll go, do I have to? Yes. 2 minutes later I see him coming out the toilet with 2 wipes in his hand and he's rubbing his hands. Seriously? I don't have a baby in the house now, but baby wipes are so handy. So I still have them. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, that really did make me chuckle. Yeah, she says when she finds the towel on the floor now, it goes straight in the wash. Because she knows. And like I said, boys. Anyway, how am I doing? Oh wait, 57 minutes, crikey. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not going to chew your ears off anymore, even though it's been fun. I'll finish this off camera. Like I said, I actually will this time. I'll put my mum's away just for a little while I finish this one. And next time you see this one, this section will be done. Okay, guys. So, subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, you know the drill. Hit the bell. Leave your comments. Hit the like button. Or the thumbs down, whatever. And I'll catch you all in my next video, guys. Bye!